In this lesson, we're going to be looking at tables and graphs. Our objective: understand how to create a table of values from an equation. Understand how to create a table of values from an equation with fractions. So we're going to separate the two: equations without fractions, equations with fractions. Vocabulary. Table, organizational tool for ordered pairs. Basically, it's a way to put our ordered pairs in a nice organization. Denominator, bottom number of a fraction. Order of operations, directions for what to do, of what order math should be done in. So what we should do first, second, third, and so on. Anytime we have an equation, what we have to do is we have to be able to fill out a table. From the table, we can then transfer the ordered pairs to a graph. From the graph, we should be able to get an idea of how the data is showing. Does it make a line? Does it make a curve? Is it scattered all over the place? So because we have this equation, we're going to need some values. We always look at what value we're doing math with. We're doing math with the x, so we're going to want to pick x values. Typically the best place to start is with 0. Since there's no fractions in it, I would typically go by ones. And then we're going to do our math with each situation. So our first one, we're going to take 0, put it in for x. So we're going to go 2 times 0 minus 1. Follow the order of operations. 2 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. Then we would do the same with the next value. 2 times 1 minus 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Minus 1 is 1. Some of you might think you see a pattern here. Always do it at least one more time and confirm your pattern before using it. 2 times 2 minus 1. 2 times 2 is 4. Minus 1 is 3. So it looks like we're going up by 2's each time. So I'm going to go with 5 and 7 here. And now I'm going to graph these 5 points and see if there's a pattern that gets created. Maybe it's a line, maybe it's a curve. We don't really know until we actually graph it. So 0, negative 1. Notice I go 0 left and right, and then down 1. Then I go 1 to the right, and up 1. Then I'm going to go right 2, and up 3. 3 to the right, and up 5. And then 4 to the right, and up 7. Okay, if you guys can see this, hopefully it makes a line. Hopefully you guys will do better. You'll be using straight edges or rulers to make your lines or your look nicer than mine. We're also going to have regular graph paper rather than hand-drawn ones. Alright, let's try it again. Okay, this time we have the equation x equals 3 minus 2y. So in this case, we're doing math to the y. We're going to want to pick y values here. There are no fractions, so again, I can go by ones. So I'm going to go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put these numbers in and find my x's in this situation. So it really doesn't matter if we pick x's or y's. We can do the process either way. 0 goes in for y. 3 minus 2 times 0. Make sure, in a problem like this, you follow the order of operations. 2 times 0 is 0. Rewrite this problem because some people will want to do it backwards since they did the multiplication first. This is 3 minus 0, which is 3. Then we've got 3 minus 2 times 1. 2 times 1 first gives you 2. Bring down the minus and the 3 in front. 3 minus 2 is 1. You might think you see a pattern. Make sure of it with one more try. 3 minus 2 times 2. 3 minus 4. 2 times 2 is 4. It's going to give me negative 1. Looks like this time we're going down by 2's. And we're going to graph this and see if there's a pattern. So we've got 3, 1, 2, 3, and 0 goes right there. Then we've got 1, 1 again. Then we've got negative 1 up 2. We've got negative 3 up 3. And we've got negative 5 up 4. So again, it looks like we have a line, and hopefully with a straight edge you can draw a little bit better. Next problem is going to have fractions in it. I'm going to show you a little trick to make fractions easier. Most of us struggle with fractions. So there is a little trick in fractions that when you're doing an equation like this, it doesn't work 100% of the time, but it works enough that it's usable. What we do is when we have a fraction in the problem, look at the fraction and count by the denominator. So I'm going to start at 0 here. We're doing math to x's, so I'm using x's here. I'm going to start at 0, and because the denominator, the bottom number is 2, I'm going to count by 2's. So I'm going to go 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So a little bit different numbers than we've done in the past. But watch what's going to happen. 3 over 2 times 0 plus 1. 3 over 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 3 over 2 times 2, I'll put a 1 under it, plus 1. So 3 over 2 times 2 over 1, we multiply this, top times top, bottom times bottom. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. 6 over 2 actually reduces to a non-fraction. So this becomes 3 plus 1. It's going to give us 4. We're going to do the same thing with the 4 now. So 3 over 2 times 4 over 1 plus 1. 3 times 4 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. And then we're going to add 1 to it. We get 7. Notice pattern. 1, 4, 7. Looks like it's going up by 10. By 3's, there's 10. And there's 13. Okay? So from this point, we can then graph, and I'm going to show you something that can sometimes happen also with these. But notice by going by the denominator, we will get rid of the fraction sometimes. Not every time, but sometimes. So we've got 0, 1. We've got 2 up to 4. We've got 4 up to 7. And if you notice, we've ran out of room. So there are a couple things that we've got to watch when we're doing these graphing problems. Number one, that we have enough room to expand our graph if need be. So we'll just do one more. I'll get up to 10 here. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 10. And looks like a straight line. Okay? So if there were anything that you missed or you need to watch again, make sure that you pause, rewind, and rewatch the video. Keep track of some of these little tricks to doing the tables and graphing, and bring any questions to class. Thank you.